Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. Come on in the room. I hope that you're all doing well today. I hope that you are. Hope that you're having a good morning. Good morning, Malcolm. Thank you so much for your seed. I appreciate you. I received it. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. All right, good morning, everyone. Come on in. Come on in. Double tap as you join. Let me know how you're doing. I don't think this is a long one today. We should be able to get through it. Good morning, Jenny. How are you? I'm doing well. Thank you so much. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. I am doing well. Yeah, we should be able to get through it. Good morning, everyone. Hey, Mental. Good morning. Good morning to you. Thank you so much for sharing. Let me do the same. Let me do the same. I hope that your morning is going good. I hope so. Let me share this out. And then we will get started. We'll get right into it. Get right into it. Okay, good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning. Happy Friday, Miss Gloria. Happy Friday. We're on June 5th already. Like, that's crazy. There we go. Hey, Paul, good morning. Good morning. Thank you so much for sharing the live. Thank you. Good morning, Liz. Yes, it's Friday. All right, shared. Double tap. There we go. Hey, Jay, good morning. Good morning to you. All right, double tap. Let's get the numbers up. Good morning, Miss Arena. How are you? Double tap for me. Let's get the numbers up. Oh, let me find my page over here. Hey, Levox. I hope I said that right. Would someone please give me a like? Hey, Catherine. How are you? Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning, Teeks. Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, great. We're getting the numbers up. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Keep double tapping and sharing for me. Let's work the numbers up. Let's do that. Good morning, Joe. Hey, how are you? Good morning. Good morning, Ellen. How are you? Let me put my glasses on. Trying to see you all here. Let me put my glasses on so I can see you. So I can see all of you, right? I'm trying to squint my eyes to see what the comments are saying. All right, let's get right into it because I got to go to bed. I'm just getting home from work. All right, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the room. I'm Anika V. Brown. Welcome to my virtual space. Hit that follow button. We're going places and we're doing major things. Yes, we are. It's important that you get connected to a community in this season, community of like-minded individuals that are really going after their goals. Thank you. Thank you, my friend, that are really going after their goals and creating the life of their dreams. Now, we like to get started with our gratitude check-in. So what I want you to do is go ahead and drop in the comments some things that you're absolutely grateful for today. What are you grateful for today? Let me know. Let me know. We practice gratitude here. We do not sit around and complain about who's not here, what's not big enough. We don't do that. Nope. We find things to be grateful for. Awesome. Grateful for everything. Grateful for all of it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So again, we practice gratitude to help to keep us in a mindset of abundance. We're not sitting around and complaining. Hey, Mrs. Wame, how are you? I'm grateful for God's healing power. Awesome, 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 awesome. I love it. So go ahead and drop in the comments. What are you grateful for today? Grateful for the big three. Awesome. If you're new here and you don't know what the big three is, it's life, health, and strength. So if those are the things that you're grateful for, you can go ahead and drop the big three in the comments. Grateful for my sister. She's home. Praise God. Praise God. She's home. Awesome. Awesome, Liz. Awesome. Thank God that she is home. Grateful for present moment, like-minded friends and support. Love it. Awesome. English level is around. How would you read a book, my friend? Read a book. That's how I recommend that you improve. Buy you a book that's written in English and read it every day. Okay? That's how you improve your English. Read. Listen to podcasts. One of the things that helped me, especially with my live streaming, I watch CNN a lot. Not for the controversy that is going on there, but I used to watch Don Lemon a lot, and I watched how he presented, how he talked. Okay? Any book in English, since you're trying to improve your English, any book that is written in English, read it. Okay? And watch podcasts, talk shows. Those things are good. I watch a lot of Don Lemon because back then I used to work overnight a lot. So we would have the TV on in the lunchroom, and I'd put it on CNN so I could hear Don Lemon, how he spoke, right? So for those of you who want to improve your speaking skills, read and pay attention to those who you love, the way that they present, the way that they talk. Pay attention to them. All right, great. That was our gratitude check-in and a little bit of speaking lessons included in that. Okay. Grateful for new opportunities through much challenge, but you made it through, right? You made it through. I love that. I love that. All right, so that was our gratitude check-in. Now, our theme for this year is executive living. We're focusing on operating our lives like a Fortune 500 company. You're very welcome. You are welcome. Now, with that theme, we have two mantras that we're walking through the year with. Mantra number 1, I am an effective executive over my life. So type that in the comments. Mantra number 1, I am an effective executive over my life. Not just an executive, but I am effective in the decisions that I make, in the way that I show up, the things that I do, the way that I represent myself and my enterprise. You are an enterprise, even if you don't have an EIN number, right? Even if you don't have a business, your life, you are an enterprise. And you want to be an effective executive over that enterprise. Okay? All right. And the second mantra, I only exude executive energy. I am focused. I am disciplined. I am organized. I only exude executive energy. I'm focused. I won't let every shiny thing pull me off course. I am disciplined. I cannot allow my emotions to control me. No, I got to get up and do this thing. I got to come home and do this thing, right? I am disciplined. Could have gone to bed, right? Because I just got home from work. But no, I am disciplined. I cannot allow my emotion to control me because this is important for me to get to where I'm trying to get to, okay? I'm organized. I'm not here, there, and everywhere. No, I'm going to do the things that I have to do to get to where I'm going. So again, those are the two mantras that you're going to filter your decisions through as you're walking through the year. Is this thing helping me to be an effective executive? Is this thing helping me to exude executive energy, focus, discipline, and organize? If it's not, then we got to let it go. Okay? We got to let it go because we want to be effective executives over our lives this year and beyond. Okay? All right. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So let's pray and then we'll move into our affirmations. I'll give you some announcements and then we'll get into the word of the day and then I'll say bye for now. Okay? All right. So here we go. Let's pray the 23rd Psalm really quickly. I'm going to pray for all of us, and you're going to type in the comments, amen. It says that you agree with the prayer. Okay, so here we go. The Lord is our shepherd, we shall not want. He makes us to lie down in green pastures. He leads us beside still waters. He restores our souls. He leads us in a path of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though we walk through the valley of the shadow of death, we will fear no evil. For thou art with us, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort us. Thou preparest a table before us in the presence of our enemies. Thou anointest our heads with oil, our cups run over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow us all the days of our lives, and we will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Amen, amen, and amen. So that is the 23rd Psalm. Yes, surely, without a doubt, goodness and mercy shall follow us all the days of our lives. So that's the 23rd Psalm. Make sure that you're praying. It's important that you are communicating with the Lord. If you don't know what to pray, pray the scriptures. Bring the scriptures back to him. Lord, you said this in your word. So I'm praying this over myself and over my family. Bring his word back to him. Okay? All right. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Let's walk through the affirmations. Let's do that. For those of you who are wondering where to find the affirmations, you can find them in the front of my new book, Hello, Alabama. All right, so the affirmations are here inside of let me take my to-do list. My to-do list from yesterday. Still got one task to complete on it. But this is my new book, Leadership Cheat Code. So you can find the affirmations right here. Hello, Ray. Good morning. Okay, so the affirmations are in the front. If you want a copy of the book, message me the word book, and I'll tell you how to get your copy. All right. There you go. I just pinned the instructions. Message me the word book, and I will tell you how to get your copy of the book. Okay. Hey, Jamie. Hey, Eleanor. Can you send me a message? I'm not able to respond to your comment. Can you send me a message with the word book? Use that little orange box next to where you type the word book. Use that little orange box to send me the word book. Or there are pre-filled questions there already. How can I get a copy of your book? Just use that and I can respond that way. But I won't be able to respond to your comment once I close the live out, okay? All right, let's work through these affirmations. I'm going to read through them. You're going to repeat them to yourself. And then you're going to type in the comments, I agree with that. Okay, so here we go. I am capable. I am responsible. I am grateful. I am focused on growth. I control my attitude. I am authentically me everywhere I go. I am worthy of God's best for me. I am patient with myself. I am patient with others. I have compassion for myself, and I have compassion for others. I embrace positive thinking. I welcome abundance and prosperity into my life. I am courageous and I have peace. I forgive myself and I forgive others. My spirit is renewed. My mind is free. I have a success mindset. I have a clear vision. I am a discipline builder. I am accountable to my goals. I am innovative. I am influential. I am a winner. I am healed and whole. Today I choose peace. Today I choose joy. Today I choose faith. And today I choose to flourish. I give myself permission to be successful. I give myself permission to take up space. I give myself permission to live my dreams. I give myself permission to win. I am a visionary. I see beyond my present. I think beyond limitations. I create the future. Nothing is impossible for me. Nothing is impossible for me. I can have it. I can become it. I can heal from it. I can recover. I can own it. I can start over and still win. Nothing is impossible for me. I can heal. I can recover. I can build it. I can write it. I can launch it. Nothing is impossible for me. I want you to stay in that headspace as you're pursuing your goals this year. That's right. Nothing is impossible for me. I can own it. I can live there. I can go there. Nothing is impossible for me. I can write it. I can launch it. I can overcome it. Nothing is impossible for me. All right. So stay right there in that headspace. I can and I will. Absolutely, Liz. Absolutely. I can and I will, because nothing is impossible for me. Again, for those of you who want the affirmations, they're in the front of my new book, Leadership Cheat Code. If you want a copy of the book, you're going to message me the word book, and I'll tell you how to get your copy so you can find the affirmations. All right. Okay, great. Really quick need to knows. Really quick announcements for you. So tonight we kick off our first night of Mom's Mentorship Financial Edition. This is our ministry give back for the summer. So tonight is night 1. We're doing 4 weeks of financial mentorship. So all of you that registered, let me say thank you so much for registering. Thank you. Is the book available in? Can you send me a message? The person in North Africa, send me a message. I'm working on the digital version for those of you who are outside of the shipping area, the shipping zone, right? For those of you who are outside of that, I'm working on the digital version. So send me a message so I can add you to my list once the e-version is ready. You can get access to it, okay? I don't see a name. All I see are emojis. So the person from North Africa that's asking about the book, please send me a message, okay? I Shop You Save LLC. Can you message me the word book? Send me a message with the word book because I won't be able to respond to your comment, okay? Use that little orange box next to where you type the word book. Use that little orange box to message me, and I will get back to you, okay, once the live is done. But I won't be able to respond to a comment after the live is done. So that's why I'm asking you to send it to me in a message, okay? All right, so yes, tonight is our first night for Mom's Mentorship Financial Edition. We're doing 4 weeks of financial mentorship. For those of you who registered, please check your email. Make sure that you have the email that I sent out with the links and the details for our session. If you did not get it, please send me a message. Let me know before the hour comes around, because once I'm inside, I don't want to have to stop to try to figure out how to get you in, okay? I want you to check your email before we get to 7 p.m. Eastern time. Hey, Lexi, good morning. I want you to check your email and read all the details, okay? Read all the details. Make sure that you got it. Any questions that you have, please try to ask those questions. Reach out to me before the time that we start our session, because I really want to focus in on what we're doing in our session, okay? All right, so check your email. Make sure that you got the email from me. And if you can't find it, send me a message early so I can get it to you, okay? All right. Now, outside of Mom's Mentorship, I do offer mentoring and coaching services. So for those of you who want to work with me outside of that, you can message me the word mentor. I got it on yesterday once I received the email. Okay, great. Awesome. So for those of you who want to work with me outside of Mom's Mentorship, I do offer coaching and mentorship services. My program is on the link in my bio if you want to read more about that. Message me the word mentor if you want to work with me, and I'll get you additional details as to how you can do so. Okay? How to get your email. Use the link in my bio. Okay? Go to my bio, or you can message me. Send me a message. R. That's your tag. R. Just says R. Send me a message. Okay? Send me a message so I can get you the details. All right? Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I think that is it. Valerie, can you send me a message with the word mentor? Use that little orange box. Use that little orange box that's next to where you just type the word mentor. Use a little orange box to send me a message. Okay, so I can respond to you because I'm not able to respond to the comments after I close the live out. So send it to me in a message so I can respond to your message. Okay? All right, let's get into the word of the day. That is it for announcements right now. Again, if you have any questions, you can always send me a message. You can always send me a message to the person that's telling me to speak slowly. This is a live stream. If I speak slowly, you're going to fall asleep. My tone of speech is to help you to stay attentive. Okay? If I slow down my speech, you're going to fall asleep. My live streams are based on my book. If I'm reading a book, if I'm reading from my manuscript and I'm reading slowly, you're going to fall asleep. So my tone, the adjustment of my tone is to help to keep your attention. Okay? Right? When you study speaking, you will learn that. I cannot slow down if I'm reading from a manuscript. Okay? You will fall asleep. So the adjustment of my tone is to keep you attentive to what I'm saying. I figure you're new here. But if you continue to show up, your ears will adjust to the speed at which I speak. Okay? So just keep showing up. If the information is good and it's helping you, keep showing up. Your ears will certainly adjust to the speed at which I speak, okay? All right, let's get into the word of the day. I'm going to try to get through all 3 pages, but we'll see, okay? We'll see. Here is where you can catch the replay for my live streams. And on the replays, you can adjust the speed. Okay, so you can really slow it down on the replays. So my YouTube channel is The Productivity Coach and my Facebook is Anika V. Brown. So you can catch the replay there for those of you who think that I'm speaking too fast. Catch the replay and you can slow it down, okay? Your tone is good. We can catch you. Okay, great. Awesome. So you can catch the replay on my YouTube channel. I am The Productivity Coach. On YouTube, I'm Anika V. Brown on Facebook, and you can adjust the speed on those platforms. All right, let's get through this. Like I said, I'm just getting off work. So we're going to try to work through these 3 pages. Hopefully I can get through them. Hopefully. If not, get the book. Okay? Get the book. Leadership Cheat Code so that you can follow along with me. Okay, you can message me the word book for those of you who want a copy of the book. All right, so let's get into the word of the day. So today we're closing out the week with the word wisdom, and we're on page 43. We are closing out the week with the word wisdom, and we're on page 43, 44, and 45 today. Hey, Tracy, how are you? So wisdom is the word of the day. And we're on page 43. Yes, 43 through 45. Yep. Thank you. Thank you, my friend. All right, let's get into it. So the word of the day is wisdom. And the theme for this word is turning knowledge into insightful action. Turning knowledge into insightful action. Now, knowledge is powerful, but knowledge alone is not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough to know, just to know. It's not enough, right? Many people are highly informed. They have the information, yet they make poor decisions. The difference between knowledge and impactful result is wisdom. Wisdom is the ability to apply knowledge effectively, okay? Navigate complexity and make decisions that produce consistent, positive outcome. Now, wisdom is that intersection between knowing what to do and actually achieving the thing, whatever it is that you're going after. Okay? Now, by definition, wisdom is the ability to discern, judge, and act rightly in any given situation using knowledge, experience, and insight. We don't just collect information. And that is why I tell you all the time, when you show up on my live stream, I don't just want you to listen to what I'm saying. You got to apply it to your life. Okay? That is wisdom. Don't just collect the information and say that you have knowledge. You have to apply it. Okay? Because that is wisdom. Applied knowledge is wisdom. Yes, Miss Gloria. Yes, indeed. All right, so some key elements of wisdom includes experience, discernment, and action. So experience is learning from the past. There are always lessons, okay? There are always lessons. So you got to learn from the past. Discernment is seeing the bigger picture and understanding the context of it. I discern that this is what was happening. This is why I had to experience that. This is why I had to go down this path. Okay? All right? So discernment is seeing the bigger picture. It's not just a one-off situation. Oh, this thing happened to me and it's just a one-off. What do you call it? What's the term that they use? Oh, it's in my head. It's not coming out my mouth. Oh my goodness, it's not just a one-off situation. No, there's a bigger picture that is connected to this thing that happened to you. So you have to be able to discern. You have to be able to see the bigger picture. Yes, Miss Gloria. You have to be able to see the bigger picture and apply what you've learned. Okay? You didn't just hit a financial bump in the road. You got to discern this thing is trying to teach you to be a better steward over your finances. You have to discern that. See the bigger picture. It's not just a one-off, oh, I can't pay my bills, or here I am again going through eviction. This is not to knock anybody, right? I want you to discern the big picture. See the big picture and understand the context, okay? Pull the lessons out of it so you can apply it, and that is wisdom. Okay? Then action, applying knowledge effectively in real life situation. Yes, it's not an isolated incident. It's not a coincidence. That's the word that I'm looking for. It's not a coincidence. It's not, right? This thing happened for a reason, but it's up to you to discern, to see the big picture and understand the context of it. Okay? All right? All right. My homeless situation was not a coincidence. It wasn't, right? I had to discern that, hey, this is teaching me to appreciate wherever I get to rest my head. And in me appreciating the little corner that I had after that homeless situation, then that helped me to position myself so I could own my own home and I can take care of this thing because I know what it feels like to be homeless. I know what it feels like for somebody to say, hey, I'm leaving my house now and you can't stay here, so you got to go outside. Like, I know what that feels like. Okay? So it wasn't just a coincidence. That was teaching me, hey, when you get a little place to put your head, you got to appreciate it. And when you get that little place to put your head, you got to take care of it because that is setting you up to now be a homeowner. Okay, I hope this is connected. So discernment is a part of wisdom. Okay, so experience, discernment, and action. Those are all elements of wisdom. For those of you who are just coming in the room, I'm reading from my new book. We're on page 43 talking about wisdom. Okay? Now, in leadership and personal development, wisdom transforms effort into results, mistakes into lessons, right? Remember, it's not just a coincidence. There's a lesson there for you to learn. So mistakes into lessons. Good morning. And challenges into opportunities. Okay? So, why does wisdom matter? Wisdom matters because it ensures better decision making. right? Leaders with wisdom don't just react, they anticipate consequences and weigh the options very carefully. Yes, they do. Wisdom reduces unnecessary struggle. By learning from experience, the wise avoid repeated mistakes and unnecessary pain. So after I experience sleeping on the floor in the projects in the height of winter with my little fleece blanket, right? That experience taught me something that I will never be in this situation again. I will never find myself in a situation like this again because I'm going to work hard. I'm going to prepare so I don't repeat mistakes and unnecessary pain. Okay, so wisdom reduces unnecessary struggle. Okay, so learn the lesson and apply it so we're not repeating the same thing. Okay, and this apply for any area of life. I know I'm sharing my homeless story, but apply to any area of your life. Wisdom also enhances influence. People trust and follow those who consistently demonstrate insight and good judgment. Wisdom also accelerates growth. When you apply knowledge correctly, results compound faster, creating momentum in life and business. Now, some common barriers to wisdom, things that you want to look out for, see if they're operational in your life and you want to get rid of them. So, some common barriers to wisdom. Number one is impatience. Wisdom develops over time. Rushing decisions often leads to error. So be patient. Really think this thing through. Okay? What am I going to do next? What is the lowest hanging fruit that I can get to? Okay, I need education. So this is how I was talking to myself, right? I was going through my homeless situation. I need education because this happened back when I first moved to this country, and everywhere I went to apply for a job, they were telling me that my experience from my home country, it didn't count. Like they can't count that. So I had to think to myself, okay, what's next? What's next? What do I need to do? I had to practice patience and walk through my situation. But then I decided that, okay, I got to get some education. That is the only way I'm going to make a correct step. Now I had to still bear whatever I was going through and still go to school so that I can get out of that situation. Okay, so impatience will affect your ability to use wisdom. Another thing is arrogance. So assuming you know everything blocks learning and insight. We don't know it all. We don't. As much as I talk on this live stream, when I walk into a room, I'm very quiet because I'm there to receive. I'm there to learn. Even if it's a topic that I'm an expert on, no, I want to hear your perspective. I want to hear how you see it, okay? I want to hear your experience with this thing. So don't be arrogant. Please don't do that. You can learn from anybody. You can, all right? The third thing is lack of reflection. Without pausing to consider experience and outcomes, knowledge cannot be transformed into wisdom. So you got to be able to reflect and say, okay, so these are the decisions that I made. These are the things that I did. And this is the result that I got from it. Now, this result is not desirable. It's not what I want, right? Maybe 5 years ago, it would have been what I desired, the result that I desired. But now, right now, I'm not going to do that anymore. So reflect in. You got to reflect. See what works, what doesn't work. What worked back then and it was okay, but right now it's not okay. So you got to take time to reflect, okay? If you're learning what not to do. Yes. A mentor of mine says that person on the street that is broken and destitute, they have lessons to teach you as well. What not to do. Exactly, Ms. Brown. Exactly. They can teach you what not to do. So the person on the street, if you have time to say, hey, what happened? How did you end up here? What happened? They can teach you what not to do. So you can learn from anybody. You can. But if you're too arrogant, oh, what can that person, they're living this type of life and they got a lesson to teach you. Here is what not to do. This is how I ended up here. Okay? So you can learn from anybody. All right. The fourth thing is ignoring feedback. Wisdom requires listening and adapting. Refusing input limits your perspective. I want to hear from someone else. Hey, what is your experience with this? How did you get out of this? I was once in that as well, but I want to hear how you got out. Okay? So be open to other perspectives. All right? Now, here's a 4-step framework to cultivate wisdom consistently. Now, we're on page 44. Yeah, page 44. Again, for those of you who are looking for the book, it's Leadership Cheat Code. Message me the word book if you want a copy so you can follow along with us, okay? All right, so the 4-step framework to cultivate wisdom consistently. Step 1 is to observe. Pay attention to patterns, outcomes, and behaviors, both in your life and in the life of others. Again, we can learn from other people, okay? Because you can learn a lot from other people's experience. Yes, you can. Step 2, reflect. Analyze experiences thoughtfully and ask, what worked? What didn't work? What can I do differently next time? Always be asking that question, okay? And step 3, you're going to seek counsel. Wisdom is often multiplied when you learn from mentors, peers, experts, okay? It can multiply. Just one phrase from somebody can totally revolutionize your life, change the trajectory of your life. So be open to that, okay? Input expands perspective and it prevents blind spots because they could share something with you that you weren't even thinking about because you were in such a hurry to get the result that you're going after that you missed something and that was a blind spot. But because you were open to counsel, right? They prevented that blind spot that could have derailed your whole goal, the whole thing that you were working on. Because you were in a hurry. I want to get this thing done. I want to get this thing done. But you had wisdom enough to seek counsel and they were able to identify blind spots for you. So it's good to have mentors, peers, and experts that you can lean on and ask questions about whatever it is that you're working on. All right. The 4th step is apply. So take deliberate, informed action based on your insights, the insights that you collected, whether you did the research on your own or, again, you hired somebody to help you with it or you talked to a peer, you're going to apply that stuff. Make informed decisions and take informed actions based on the insight that you have. Wisdom is meaningless without execution. Again, we don't just want to collect data. We have to do something with the data. That's the only way it can change your life. You can read every book in the library if you never apply it. If you never utilize the insight that you get from those books, it's not beneficial. You just wasted your time. Maybe you had fun reading them, but if you want to change the trajectory of your life, you have to apply the insights, the data that you're collecting. Okay, you've got to apply it to your life. Okay, so some daily practices. We're almost done. Good. Some daily practices to enhance wisdom includes journal learning. Write stuff down. I have so many journals. So many. So journal learning. You're going to record insights from successes and from failures. You know what? I did this and it didn't work out. You know what? I saw this person did this and I do believe that this point right here was the gap that they missed. I believe that this step right here that they took it too fast. So if I'm going to try it out, I may slow down on this step. So you want to write stuff like that down, right? So again, journal your learning. The next thing you can do, pause before making decision. I always say sleep on it. Okay, sleep on it. Take the overnight to really process whatever major decision that you have to make for your life. You want to avoid reactive choices. evaluate the context, the whole picture of the situation before you make a decision. And you want to evaluate the consequences of the overall situation. Now, if you're okay with it, then go ahead. If you've made up in your mind that, hey, I'm going to try this thing out and whatever the consequences are, I'm good with it, then go ahead. Okay, then go ahead. But sleep on it if you can. Whatever major decision that you have to make, sleep on it. Okay, consider the entire context and consider the consequences that comes with that. Next thing you can do is ask critical questions. What's the most effective approach to this situation that I'm walking through? What is the most effective approach to seeking a promotion, getting my health together, or launching a business, right? What is the most effective approach? Maybe your most effective approach is, I'm going to do the business part-time. I'm going to keep my full-time job because I still need a roof over my head, right? I still have these kids to take care of. So that may be the approach. So you got to ask yourself some critical question. Don't just be in a rush. Oh, this one is doing it. That one is doing it. Let me do that too. Oh, this one just left their job to run their business. You're not considering they have a spouse that's helping them. Oh, they have savings. They have a lot of savings. You're not considering these things. So you want to ask yourself critical questions. Okay? What is the most effective approach for me and my situation? Okay? And then you're going to think about what's the long-term impact if I go in this direction and do this thing at this time. All right, so ask critical questions. It's better to ask yourself ahead of time than to get down the line and be like, man, I should have thought about this. I should have. So ask yourself all the hard questions up front. Okay? All the hard questions. Can I live with this? Can I live with this decision? If this thing never changes, if this person never changes, if this person never do this or do that, am I okay with that? So ask all the critical questions up front. Okay? Don't be afraid. Ask them up front. Right? The fourth thing, you're going to learn continuously. Read, study, observe leaders who exemplify wisdom. There's nothing wrong with that. I teach the technique modeling. Now, it's not comparison. Modeling is looking at the life of somebody that you admire, right? You admire their success, but you're not just looking at the success. You're looking at their habits, their trends. What do they do to get this level of success? That is different from comparison. Comparison is just you looking at the result and want their result. Modeling, you're looking at their habits, how they read, how they exercise, the type of connections that they make, right? That's modeling, okay? Comparison is you just looking at their result. You want their result. I just want my life to look like that. I want that car. I want that. No. Modeling is looking at how they got there. What did they do? So I do teach that, and I do follow that, okay? I follow that. All right? Okay. So again, learn continuously. You want to look at leaders who exemplify wisdom. What do they do? What are their traits? What are their habits? You want to observe them, and the ones that you can apply to your life, go ahead and apply it to your life. Okay? All right. Great. We're doing good on time. Hey, Royal Digital Shop, how are you? So here's what I want you to think about today, and we're going to leave it at that. Again, if you want a copy of the book, you're going to message me the word book so I can get you the details as to how you can get a copy of the book. We're doing really good on time. I get to go to bed. All right, so think about these things today. Think about these things today. What decision have you made recently that could have benefited from more wisdom? Okay. For those of you putting book in the comments, please send me a message so I can respond. Okay. I won't be able to respond to your comment, but I can respond to your message. So send me a message with the word book. SDJD. Send me a message with the word book so I can respond. Okay, so take some time to think about what decision have I made recently that could have benefited from more wisdom. Another thing to consider, where can you pause and reflect before acting in the future? Maybe you have a major decision that's coming up and you want to put time in to really consider this thing, to really think about it. Now, you're not thinking about it in a way that is going to cripple you and you never do anything. Just weigh the pros and cons and be okay with the decision that you make, okay? It's okay to write out, okay, if I go in this direction, here's what I can expect. Here's some of the consequences that would come from this. And you can write out whether there's bad consequences or good, write it all out, okay? Yes, if I go in this direction, there's a high possibility that this group of people may not be happy with it, but am I okay with it? There's a good chance that if I go in this direction, this door could open up for me. These opportunities can come. So weigh it all out. Put it all out on paper. Okay? A lot of times we get crippled because we don't have a clear visual of the decision that needs to be made. So we just don't do anything. You got 100 ideas going through your head. Nothing is on paper so you can see it clearly and make an informed decision. So we don't do nothing. We sit back. Year 1 go by, year 2 go by, and nothing is accomplished because nothing is on paper. You did not write out the pros and the cons of the direction that you want to go in. So you just do nothing. Fear takes you over because there's no clarity like we talked about. And if you missed that live stream on clarity, go watch it. Go watch the replay. We can't do that this year. If we're going to be effective executive, we got to get clear, okay? We have to. All right. Weigh all the options. Consider the consequences of acting and consequences of not doing anything. Because whatever decision you make, even the decision to not make a decision is a decision. I know that's a lot, but it comes with consequences. The decision to do nothing comes with consequences. You not feeling fulfilled. You not accomplishing that financial goal that you set out for. You not accomplishing that educational goal that you really desire. So, put all the options out, right? Yeah, it's the same decision. Absolutely. So put all the options out and pick a direction. Okay? All right. Great. So another thing that you're going to ask yourself, you're going to consider. Yes, make a decision. Yep. Who can I learn from to gain perspective and insight? You want to identify. So depending on what is going on in your life, maybe you have financial situation, you can find a person that has wisdom in finances, right? You want to observe them, listen to what they're saying. So depending on what you're going through in your life, you need to find someone that you can learn from and gain perspective from them, depending on the area of life that you're working on right now. Okay. Another question that you can ask, how can you apply the past lessons to improve current outcomes? Like I was saying with being homeless situation, right? I learned that, hey, you gotta take care of you because people can change at any minute and you'll be out on the street. So do what you gotta do to take care of you. Okay? I learned that very early, my first year being in this country. People can change and you'll be out on the street in the height of winter, right? My first year here in this country, never seen snow or anything like that, never experienced temperature below 70 degrees, and here I am. So I learned that very early, that if you don't secure anything, make sure you got a roof over your head, okay? Make sure you got a roof over your head. So I learned that really quickly. So you got to think about, how can you apply past lessons to improve current outcomes? Okay, so think about these things today. Wisdom transforms knowledge into results, experience into insight, and effort into excellence. It is not enough just to collect data. You got to apply it. That's how it becomes wisdom. All right. We're going to stop there. So wisdom is the word of the day, turning knowledge into insightful action. turning knowledge into insightful action. Again, when you show up on my live streams, I don't just want you to collect the information. I want you to apply it to your life so that you can experience change. Okay? All right, let's make some declarations, then I've got to go. So wisdom is the word of the day. Wisdom. Wisdom is the word of the day. When you get the information, you want to apply it. Okay? Applied knowledge. That is wisdom. Okay, let's make some declarations, then I've got to go. Again, for those of you who want to work with me, you're going to message me the word mentor. If you want a copy of my book, you're going to message me the word book. For those of you who registered for Mom's Mentorship, tonight we kick off. So that's in like less than 12 hours from now. So 7 p.m. tonight Eastern Time is our first Mom's Mentorship session. Please check your email if you registered. Check your email. Make sure that you got the email from me with the instructions for tonight. Okay? All right, great. Let's make some declarations. We know that life and death lies in the power of the tongue. What you speak is what you will see, and we're very intentional about what we speak. You're excited? I am as well. I'm very excited to see you all and to get the ball rolling on week 1. All right, so let's make some declarations. I'm going to decree for all of us, and you are going to type in the comments, I agree with that. There's so much power in agreement. All right, so here we go. I decree that the Lord is blessing us and keeping us in all our ways. I decree that his face and his favor is shining upon us and giving us peace. I decree that we're healthy and strong in body, mind, and spirit. I decree that we're well balanced in every area of our lives. I decree that we're blessed coming and going. I decree that our storehouse, our savings, our checking, our investment accounts are blessed with abundance and overflow. I decree that we're blessed with clear direction and a disciplined life. I decree that the rain of abundance, favor, and goodness is falling on us. I decree that we're blessed with success, with prosperity and provision. I decree that we walk today in faith and expectancy with results. I decree that we're empowered to prosper in our walk with the Lord. I decree that God's grace is giving us speed and acceleration in all that we do. I decree things of great value is coming our way today. I decree that the Lord is amplifying our voices and perfecting our gifts. I decree that God is connecting us to great men and giving us strategic kingdom opportunities. I decree that we are victorious in life. And that is how we program a productive and a successful day. So now our mindset and our intentions are set for today, and we understand that anything is possible when you have the right mindset and the will to do what you say you're going to do. So again, we're going to apply the knowledge that we have. We're not just going to collect data. We're going to apply it to our lives. Okay? All right. So take the day on with faith and expectancy. Expect good things, expect answered prayers, expect promotion and increase. Anything is possible when you have the right mindset and the will to do what you say you're going to do. All right, awesome. Have an amazing day. I will be back on Monday morning, 6:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Thank you, Frank. Thank you. For those of you who joined me on my ministry page, I will be on there on Sunday morning, 7 a.m. All right. So for all the moms that registered, I'll see you tonight. Yes, Miss Gloria. You're welcome, Malcolm. You're welcome. Thank you again for your seed. I appreciate you. All right. So I will see you all later tonight. For those of you who want to catch the replay, it will be on my YouTube channel. I am the productivity coach there. Yep, see you all tonight. I'll see you tonight. My Facebook is Anika V. Brown. The replay will be there as well. Maybe there's someone that you would like to share this replay with. You can share it from those platforms, okay? All right, have an amazing day. You're welcome, Jean. You're welcome.